Greetings and salutations to all you folks out there. This is round 3 of the 3v3 tournament, the 3 Musketeers. So many threes in this description. The map is Adaptive Fields of the Great Phoenix. And let me go ahead and introduce the teams to you guys and we'll take a look at the map. Morax is covering the right-hand flank for the North team. He is going Seraphim. Yudi picking Cybern in the air slot. And then covering the left flank is Silene Undulata. We actually saw them in the first one of these games. Have to see how they fare in this one. Aeon, the faction of choice over there. Blast Shield Aeon as well, covering the left flank of the South team. Chief Jaguar in the air slot as Aeon, and then covering the North is Massive, otherwise known as Creature. He has picked Seraphim. So this is actually not mirror, double Aeon, no Cybern pickup. Okay, so Fields of the Great Phoenix has a massive expansion in each opposing corner of the map. This place has a total of, 10 mass extractors? 9 mass extractors. It's got a lot of reclaim, and it's got a fair amount of territory with which to build things. There's not a whole lot of build space over here. You can get the factories down that you need, but if you're able to secure this area over here, it opens up a whole new world of possibilities. So the meta is to send your ACU along with a steady stream of units to these sides. Of course, the hover units do give you an advantage. Seraphim, Aeon, Aeon. Well, at least the advantage goes both ways in equal amounts. And that ACU's goal is to lock down the reclaim, get some build power up, and be able to hold the island. Although it looks like not much of a meta is going on here. And also, what's up with that air factory placement? Maybe there's a defect in the terrain that is preventing the placement there. That would be accurate. You can build adjacent on the backside, but not right there. Silene, I'm sure, a little bit upset about that adjacency problem. Neither one of these guys is moving out for the island, so hopefully that works out well for them. Looks like Massive is moving in that direction, though. And Morax is building a naval factory off the back end of his base. That's a really weird placement. So the advantage of the early Navy is going to be that you can cut off the pass with your frigates, knock out that early artillery potential, and hopefully secure a win on the island. This map does involve a massive fight over these islands in the very earliest portion, but in the end, Navy is going to decide it because it doesn't matter where you are, whether it's air slot or the flanks, you've got a gaping hole in your base if a destroyer gets anywhere near it. And in the case of the air player, frigates around the backside can actually kill the rear mass extractors and the hydro, plus any build power that's living in the back end of your base. So you definitely want to maintain control of the water, as should probably be indicated by the H2OE nature of the terrain. We've got a purple engineer over here picking up a little bit of reclaim. Actually, looks like, let me check the other side. Yeah, that's an 85 plus 340s. There's some air wrecks on those islands. Another bit of reclaim that I actually didn't realize existed. Got a transport scouting on this side to check on what kind of units are over there. He was going to drop that engineer, I am sure, if there was not a combat unit already placed. Along the front plateau here, we've got 4 rocks worth 75 apiece, so definitely want to get an engineer over there at some point to claim that. Looks like Morax. Yudi is going to come back and try to claim both islands for himself, the greedy bastard. I'm going to drop that engineer off, took a little bit of damage from those air units, but it's all going to turn out okay because he'll get the reclaim from that as well. Well done there, buddy. Yudi is probably going to be moving to a T2 air factory sooner rather than later, but he does have a significant amount of T1 power online, going for his second T2 mass extractor upgrade. Chief Jaguar is finishing up his first upgrade and still building a huge amount of power directly adjacent to his T1 air factory. Where is that commander? Am I missing it somewhere? I am confused. I might be blind as... Nope, there he is. A Chief Jaguar is actually off to the north side with his commander. He is going to double up on Morax in order to try and knock out this island as early as possible. Blast Chill is just going to be left to fend for himself against Silene Undulata. Hopefully he can handle the challenge. That's the second time recently that I've seen this strategy, but I guess it does ensure you control over at least one of the islands, and that huge mass extractor count advantage can do wonders. T1 artillery was able to pick off the engineer that was on this island, but not before a good portion of the mass was reclaimed. So I think Yudi is going to come out ahead. Yudi's still in control of this island where he was able to build a single point defense, but again, those hover arty are nasty sons of guns that will be able to knock out anything on those plateaus. T1 Navy now engaging Morax, quite heavily outnumbered from his single factory. 3 factories online for Massive, one of them heavily assisted, so definitely going to gain the upper hand in Navy, at least in the earliest portion of the game. We've got 4 more naval factories rolling out for Morax, who is now up in the middle of the map all by his lonesome, going after some of these units. Oh dearie dear, you do not need to be up there. Morax does have intel on one commander, and he's got to realize now that there is a massive problem. That's the air player's commander. What is he doing on the front line? Massive closing as quickly as he can, but I don't think he's going to be able to make it in range of Morax. The tanks are not close enough to actually trip up the pathfinding before Morax gets into the water. So I think he'll be okay, but these two combined will be able to run him out of the island, and now Morax is going to be in a bit of a pickle. Of course, Massive is going to take all of that mass for himself, and then he'll use it to build yet more Navy with which to overwhelm his opponent. On the south side, bit more of an even matchup. 3 land factories already constructed versus 3 land factories already constructed. 2 ACUs out there on the island, and a relatively even number of tanks. However, more engineers are being dropped for Blast Shield. It looks like he is hell-bent on getting that island away from Silene Undulata, and I don't blame him for wanting to try, but it's going to end up favoring the right, because whether or not this island is split 50-50, or if Silene Undulata is going to be able to take control of it, it's going to be much later in the game, and they'll have already invested all of this income from the northern island. It's not looking good for the left side team at this particular moment. We got a T2 air factory online. Looks like T2 engineer building, probably for the T2 PGen that you need to build more air. We're also getting a T2 factory upgrade on the south for a Chief Jaguar, while he is still building interceptors from his secondary factory, still going for more PGens on the front. This is something that more of us need to do more often. You build your PGens in slightly varying locations, and that is going to let you hopefully survive any artillery drops, because they'll not be able to kill off your entire power supply in one location. Morax has built a torpedo defense on this side. I think that might be a mistake in the placement, because Massive, let's see, he's probably going to be able to target that with his ACU. It would not surprise me if he can, and he won't have to take much damage from it, but it will provide a little bit of securement against the opposing naval force, however slight that amount might be. Morax is going for the gun upgrade, which may do him some good. I don't know. A Chief Jaguar is already moving back towards the rear of the base, leaving all of this in Massive's capable hands. Frigates are out. Gotta maintain those frigate numbers, because at any moment the artillery could start flowing across the channel and hitting the build power. If I were Morax, I would actually be fleshing out factories in the rear rather than building yet more even closer to the landmass on this side. Taking a look in the south, Silene Undulata is about to finish an upgrade. That was the gun range upgrade, so he will be able to hit the Auroras. Of course, the gun damage upgrade is useful as well, but when you're dealing with enemy Auroras, they only take 2 shots to kill anyway due to their low health, and you're going to be able to outrange them, which your unupgraded ACU cannot do. So excellent placement on that one. Blast Shield finishing up the range upgrade as well, and he is rolling directly into his damage upgrade. Zooey's around on the back side. That's not good. That is not good at all. Looks like Massive was able to slip a T1 transport packed to the brim with T1 Arty. That's going to claim a T2 mass extractor. 2, probably going to get 3. Might not be enough damage though. Nope. And a Jester has now come out to deal with those unwelcome intruders. Not a good day for Yudi's base, but I don't think that's going to be a setback for long. Massive amount of artillery moving in on the north. It's going to easily deal with torpedo defense and now move through the T1 naval factories. I think that's going to effectively knock Morax out of this game unless something drastic happens. If only there were a Cyber and ACU that could get the Torp upgrade and wander out into the water to fend off all of these T1 units. Oh wait, that ACU is down here on the south side. Silene Undulata falling back to get his second gun upgrade. Yudi completely unupgraded, but this is not a good thing to be seeing. The Chief Jaguar is massing T2 gunships and has got a huge amount of interceptors, so at any moment there could be bad things happening to these ACUs down this way, but hopefully they will be able to get some flak online or some such thing. I would definitely be moving to a T2 land factory. If nothing else, you could build some blazes and get T2 units to hover on over to the enemy's base. Morax now losing chunks of his economy. He's been knocked down to 17 mass per tick. Will fall even further. That single solitary jester doing what it can to assist with the situation until it flies out to the north. Not sure where that is headed. Looks like Morax is going to peek out of the water. Massive is getting an upgrade, probably the gun. If I had to guess at it, that is the... Nope, that is a T2 upgrade. Morax down to 3,400 HP and taking a lot of hits from this artillery. I think he is doomed. 1,600 HP, and there's the upgrade finish. T2 canceled, I'm sorry. He is moving away. Morax is gonna go out and take out all of that artillery in a blaze of glory. Massive claiming the win there. T2 gunships on Silene Undulata and Beauty. That is going to be a knockout. A Chief Jaguar, Creature, and Blast Shield moving on to the next round. That's gonna wrap up this game. Hopefully you guys will join me for round 4. I will see you over there. That is gonna wrap everything up for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like and share it with someone. If you want to support the channel, catch the streams, or join the Discord, check out the links in the description. Thank you all for being at least partially insane, and I will see you in the next one.